Paa Joe, welcome to YEN.com.gh.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm so grateful that Mr. Joseph, Philip, and your management team has given me the opportunity to once again to reach out to the youth. Yeah, because somebody carried me as a courier or like a messenger, yeah, for $4,000. You go, somebody meet you at the airport and take the stuff, go and sell it, maybe $200,000, but yours is $4,000. But I was happy because I've not held $4,000 in my hand before. So when I came, I was walking like I was bouncing like a tennis ball, feeling good. Then I bought my first car, Golf, yes, which wasn't bad. But then along the line, my taste grew. I went again the second time. This time I got $8,000. And I was doing courier. I did courier or messenger, drug messenger for close to 1.5 years. Then, fortunately or unfortunately, the Americans were hunting down Pablo Escobar. Some people call him infamous, but he is my hero. Yes, because he took care of the poor. Pablo Escobar was making close to $800 million to $1 billion a day, because he was controlling all the networks in the world. But then I don't see him as a bad person, because he was taking care of the poor, giving scholarship, and he gives you two options, plata or promo. That is, you want to work in the factory, like singlet factory, sandals factory, you get a motor or some small car, make some genuine money. But you want to work in the drug factory, you become a millionaire, as in the valley. But then, Pablo don't take sorry. He won't give you a second chance, because it's a very dangerous trade. So when I met his people, they got me involved, and I got $150,000, and I brought GMC 12. Up to now, I've not seen DMC 12 in Accra here before. I was just 25 years. I felt good, of course, because money is power. You get the money, you get the power, and you can manage yourself, buy almost everything you want, yes. I got her and surplus, you know. I got a passport for her, flew her to Zurich, and then they came to meet us with a Bentley limousine driven by a white man, another one in a big hat who opens the door for you, you step out, and I was sleeping at Grand Sheraton, $1,500 a day. So the lady, by the second day, she was Miss Smith. She was all over me. I brought her down to Venice. Venice is a city on water where they have this boat. You take it to a restaurant, to the market, and in the night, the light falls on the river, and it's like heaven. I've not been to heaven, but description of heaven, yes. Venice is so beautiful, you know, the ambience, yes. So I had this lady, and now even her friends were pushing in for me. After I brought the DMC 12, which is called Wings, people, when I see where students are gathered, I just go, and then when I go, they give me fans. Hey, Jefferson King, and then I have a name called Candy Wine. You know, candy and wine are two blended sweet things, yes. So they were calling me Jeff Candy Wine, and I saw the world under my feet. But then still I was not satisfied. So I went again, I got $200,000, and I bought a couple of plots at where President Kufuor has built his house. But that time we didn't know somebody would be a president called Mr. Kufuor way back in the 70s, yes. I bought plot for 150 Ghana, but it was bush. Yes, one house here, another house about 100 or 200 meters away. There was an MP, Alessaje, who built for Alessandra for 2 million cedis that time. But even the papers were all over him that an MP. Where did he get that 2 million cedis to build this house? So I said, okay, I was going to buy and build an underground parking lot house, a mansion with swimming pool, and then finally get married and settle down. though I was seeing marriage at the one end, like for weaklings, because the kind of deal I was in is not for weaklings. When I went to Cochabamba, where deep in the forest of Colombia, you meet people without emotions. Guys holding surface-to-air missiles. Yes, there was this people called Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia. They were deep in the forest. And these are guys, you know, I've personally not killed somebody, but this is a business, and there's a difference between killing and murder, because I've been kidnapped a couple of times, and I lost 2 good friends in the process of rescuing me. They lost their life, and it's very painful, but this is how the business is. You have to be tough, you have to be hard, you don't have to be emotion. Oh, I have a wife here, I have a children here. No, 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 no. You make the money big time before you think about that. It was secondary. There was. My father, I made a trip and I came and I said, Daddy, come on, you take this $5,000. It's Christmas. He said, you think you can walk here with your flamboyant ways? I don't know the kind of work you are do. Come on, get out from here, get out. So I said, well, he doesn't want me. My other siblings were 2 genuine, you know, church-going, guitar-playing people. Though I was the youngest, but I was a very hard. So whoever wanted, fine. So I sleep mostly in hotels. Yeah. Until the opportunity came for me to make the biggest payday. It was 140 tons of cocaine. The very biggest who had been arrested from Africa within the past 100 years, which is like, let's say, cement bags, like 2,500 cement bags. And I was going to make $2.5 million out of that deal. The whole deal will have fetched about $80 to $90 million. So somebody said, well, juju men in Africa are not powerful, so let's go to India. So I went to Punjab, Sri Perumbudur. I paid $1,500. It's a 12-hour journey. I went and met this bearded juju man who did things for me and said I will never be arrested. Gave me some small thing like a pebble that when I get to the airport, I get to the port and not the airport because it was through shipment, that we have drilled cocoa timber and you pack it in. If you go straight from Colombia to US, they will bust you because they know it's the hub of drug dealers. So you bring it through Guinea, then through Takrady. As for Ghana, you give them a video, and then a video monitor, and then the deck, and some few cassettes. Don, oh, Godfather. So it was so easy for me to manipulate and maneuver my way out. But incidentally, when I was going to clear the goods from America, that is the West Coast, California, with all my juju, that was the very first time they busted me. And they jailed me for 40 years. I don't believe it. No. Like in Shakespeare, said the forces of darkness tells us truth in little things, but lead us on to betray us in things of greater consequences. It's something that they lead you on, maybe through coincidence, I believe. Yes, it will seem to be working, because with the money I paid, I've never been arrested, and my biggest payday, $2.5 million. They got me, and I went to prison in one of the toughest jails in the world, San Quentin. Nobody has ever escaped from San Quentin. We have got Old Sparky, which is an electric chair, which kills people. Yes, it has been killing people since 1925. And we have got Chino, which is a holding cell in California. And we have got Big Mac in Oklahoma, where they use lethal injection, poisonous injection, 3 different injections to knock you up for you to be dead. And when they took me first to San Quentin, I met people. It contained the most dangerous, one of the most dangerous people in life, where I met this guy called Bedman of Alcatraz. Already he has killed a warder in the prison, and I was put in the same cell with him. And he said, well, If the lights go up, he's going to screw my ass, that is sodomize me. He was tough, but he had age on his side. Well, when it happens like that, the waters are out, and very huge, tall people, 6 feet, 7 feet. But when these things happen and they give light up and the guys start attacking, the other people opposite my cell start to bet. Oh, they say he's from Ghana. He's a hard guy. Yes, I wasn't that tiny skeleton like I was today. I was a very hard guy. So they were betting, woohoo, taking, oh, he was going to fuck his ass. Oh, he's going to this thing. But he had a gun, a knife. So when I managed to take the knife from him, I'm sorry to say it's a matter of surviving. In the morning, they pick his dead body out of the cell. Though I still have the scar here, because he cut me deeply. And I have no regret. I killed him, because it's not a cold-blooded murder. He wanted to defile me. And since then, I had respect in the prison. Yes, I was working with one of the toughest people in the world. And after they connected, they got lawyers. When I'm going to court, I have 4 lawyers following me. They put handcuff on you, America. They don't give a damn whether you are a politician or what. They put handcuff on me. But eventually, nobody tried to sleep with me, but it was a tough jail. If you make a mistake, they will kill you. So you have to be watching your back. Then they reduced my sentence to 30 years. When I came, my land, people thought I was dead. These people have sold them. I never picked taxi, no, or trotro. I change cars every 2 months. I've used Bentley, I've used Lincoln Continental, the type the US president used. Yes, the beast type. Yeah. I've used DMC-12, I've used Jaguar, and I have slept in the best hotels, Waldorf Astoria in America. I slept in Sheraton. But at the end of the day, you realize that they are vanities upon vanities. Some people get away with it, make drug money, and use some legitimate business as a front, and they are doing well. But then I don't think I was lucky or whatever, because no juju, and I don't think that it is witches from her. I don't believe in witches from any quarter. I was just not fortunate. Maybe God didn't like me. He had protected me all this while for me to go and take juju, so he wanted to prove to me that juju never worked. So when I came back, I was dodging because I didn't have money. All I had was about $2,000, and I didn't want people to see me. But then eventually I started dealing drugs here. Small-time drug dealer, you sell boosters. That is 20 Ghana. So I went to give one white man, and he came back, not knowing it was paracetamol, because I wasn't using the drug. And he said, don't bring me this bullshit no more. So now I have to test the drug and test it. That is cocaine and heroin. We didn't have anything like Tramol. And among all the drugs, weed is something that opens my mind and things which is not very addictive. But heroin, my God, you take it 1 month, you are addicted. Before I realized, I had stomach cramps, like rheumatism and things like that. So after 1 month, a policeman friend who was supplying me with the drugs said, the thing has hooked you. I said, it can't hook you. But then I sold everything, my gold chains, my shoes, I put designer shoes, my suit, because the drug dealer would tell you, oh, Charlie, I want to buy this, your thing. Now I had sold out to my bed that I lie on. I didn't have a cent. So I became an addict around 1980, 81, 80, let's say no, around 1984, 85. And people were saying I was mad. No, I wasn't mad, but I was walking without bathing for about 2 months. I wear jeans and it becomes black like leather. Because when you're addict, you don't care about anything. You think about how to sustain the drug habit. You come to Mr. Joseph's office, you see his phone costing 40 million. You just look left, right, nobody's there. You pick the phone, not because you want to steal it. Cold turkey. that is the craving for the drug. When you don't get it, will make you steal a phone worth 40 million to go and sell for 2 million to support your habit. Now people knew I was an addict. Nobody wanted to support me. So what happened? Now this girl I was flexing, she saw me. He said, "Hey, Kandiwa, is that you? Hey, well, it's..." Then as she was talking to me, Atosu, her friend said, "Hey, you are talking to the old beggar." And I wept. The lady said, "You call Kandiwa an old beggar? This man a few years ago, you can't even get close to him. But the road of life can be rocky and you can stumble too. And it takes labor under correct knowledge, which people call lucky. If I had known that this is what drug would do, both sides as a career, both sides as a user, and become an addict, I would never have made an attempt." No, he didn't have an idea.
How did it all happen?
Yeah, I was doing stringing. You know, you are a journalist, so you know. That's right. So eventually they saw I was good. Yes. We have got one guy who was, I would claim, called one of the best journalists ever. By our generation, I have not heard about him, Richard Cote. Yeah, he was very good. Even bigger than all these Ghanaians who had worked with BBC, who have made money and name. Richard Cote, unfortunately, anytime there's a coup d'etat in Ghana, he's on duty at GBC. He's the best of the best, yes. But, well, journalism wasn't like those today, where Mr. Joseph dressed so well, Mr. Joseph has his car and things. We use our leg, we walk, not part, so nobody regards you. They went and put me in some ward, Bank for Housing adopted ward. You talk to this one, he's talking sense, then he goes bonkers, because it's mad people they are placed. I knew I wasn't mad. I wanted to disintoxify my system. But they give you something called Lagati. Lagati makes you stiff. You want to call you Mr. Joseph. Instead of, yep, you go like, then you'll be watching. I said, come on, I came here to be disintoxified, not to get my situation worse. And the Lagati, when it clears off, the Koteki becomes worse. So I took my Milo, my bucket, because I didn't have money. The drip they put on me, and I jumped the wall, and I went and sold it at Tudu. Yes, you see, in the developed countries, there's this thing called methadone. You go to like, you register with the National Health Insurance, and then, because addicts kill. If he wants to take it and he doesn't get money, you resist, he will kill you. He wouldn't mind killing you for your sneaker, Nike sneaker. He wouldn't mind killing you for your watch. Yes, that is over there. Here now, before we are getting there, where they take Tramor, they are wild and things like that, snatching phones and things. I've seen a woman bringing from her private part 5 phones, giving birth to 5 phones. Yes, selling them for 1 million to support. And coke is something, first, when you sniff coke, it gives you, it can take you like 6 hours and things. But now they cook it and then make it into something called crack. The size is like a manch's head. And the manch's head of crack is 3 million cedis. It's like you are chasing the wind. You put it on a bunker, something like a pipe, and you put ashes. You put it, and you have 100 million, and you take it in 1 hour. Yes. You have a car, okay, you put it down, give me some of the stuff. And then after, you tell you the car is not giving the car food. So if you don't come and take it by Monday, that is about Friday, he will sell the car. Then you tell him, Charlie, so how much you give me? Maybe the car is worth 200 million. He said, okay, I'll give you 50 million. You are happy to take it.
Would you advise that the Ministry of Health see...
To register, but I believe, you see, there's so much selfishness. Somebody will say, I don't care, it's not my relative, he went and dealt in drug. But if the Ministry of Health or the government thinks it's not their relative, it's not addicted, so they don't care, it's you who went to find your own trouble, it will get to a time they can't control the crime system here. Because drug addict breed, or addiction breeds crime. Yes, I've seen Air Force people, I've seen soldiers, I've seen pilots, I've seen wealthy people's children in the ghetto. And If you see where they sleep, on the bare floor, they have stolen things from the house, their area, they can't stay there anymore. In the developed countries like the Scandinavia, they started it. You go to the drugstore or the polyclinic, you're an addict, then they give you methadone, which is artificial heroin, to cool down the cold turkey, not to make you high, to make you normal. Because without it, when I was using drug, I can't sit here without taking drug up to this time. Cold turkey will, even if it will kill me, I've tried to kill myself 2 times because of cold turkey, but it is the bad feeling, your stomach, your leg and things. But it's like they give you Lagati, and there is a clinic in Jowlu there, you go, the doctor, you know, excuse me to say, most of the psychiatric doctors, because, well, not all of them though, because they treat mad people, some of them act like mad people, yes. Like this guy in Jowlu, you go, he makes comments which are very funny, you know, you can't come and die here. I don't want to mention his name, yes, because he still has got patience. He tell you, yeah, you can't come and die here. Yes, I injected him in the ear. Yes, he can't die here. I injected him in the ear. And he's a very strange man. I seem like a mad person, getting to the point. Yes. But then I would advise the youth. Me, I didn't have the opportunity or see on television about somebody who has been a don and has been reduced penniless. Yes. If I had, I would never have gone into drug addiction in the first place. My biggest lesson was I should have stuck with BBC. And I know myself, I would have been the best or one of the best. But you want quick money and you get a very big fall, and that is it. And my lesson and my advice to the young men is, you are not being smart when you go using the drug. Al Pacino said, do not get high on your own supply. I have dealt with people who have gone on to become world-class drug barons in Mexico. Silvanos Jesus Alvaro. Yes, Jesus is his middle name. Yeah, he is a big-time drug dealer, big-time, world-class, yes. But if you think you are a guy and things, it will humiliate you. Drug addiction is something that will bring you on your knees. It is something that would disgrace you. How can you go to a beautiful, seductive brilliance of a woman like this lady to go and beg money? In my normal life, I wouldn't do that. But you go to the woman you took to Switzerland, the mother. Oh, mommy, I came and shot petrol here and I am going to the bank. When I come, mommy, I'll give you 10 million, don't worry. You take 5 million, you don't pass there again. You go to another place, same story. And it starts to spread. Hey, Jeff came here, he came to dupe me 5 million. This one. People, you have taken them abroad. You go on your knees to beg them for money. But this is what drug does to you, especially heroin and cocaine. So my biggest regret was not sticking to my BBC thing or doing something other. Yes. You see, today, the opportunities with the internet and things like that, yeah. But our time is like, you use AD44, your leg. You go here, journalists. You know, sometimes you see some GBC journalists, their shoe has been patched. Yes. And me, I can't wear a shoe that is patched. I wear ballet shoes. Yes. I dress impeccably. I don't wear just any suit at all. I wear suit that is sewn by Jewish people or French people. The best of the best. Yes. I put gold chains. I wear Rolex costing $17,000, yes. But unfortunately, maybe I should have been a small-time drug dealer, or I shouldn't have gone there. But my biggest regret is trying to test the drug and me being addicted. I got addicted for 25 good years. I tried to stop, no. I go to church. I went to one church. The pastor said he was going to deliver me from addiction. But he ended up beating me, you know, because he was blowing my stomach at Legon Botanical Gardens. He said I should speak tongues by force. So when he hit my stomach, I said, oh, Ajay, he said the tongues is coming. Then he hit my head. Jesus, I said, oh, Pastor. He said, yes, the tongue is coming. But I knew I wasn't speaking in tongues. After they beat me, I still when I was there, my mind was telling me it is money I want for the drug. So after he finished, he said, Paul and Jacob, he said, silver and gold have I none. I said, hey, Pastor, you beat me and tell me silver and gold has I none. Me there, because of the silver and gold, I came here. So they said, oh, they made collection for me. And I got about 1.5, which could sustain my drug habit at least for 2 days. Then there was one guy at the church. Where are you going? Because I was using crutches from the accident, attempted suicide, where I drove into a tree. Then he said, oh, which hospital are you going? Then I said, oh, I'm going to 37. Oh, then I'll go with you. Then I said, you are joking. After you beat me, you go with me. So I took the crutches and put it at the back of the taxi and told the driver, don't give him no chance. Still, he wanted to follow me. So I know Jogulu very well. You know, drug addicts are very mad tricksters. I went through some corners in Jogulu. Then I saw him pass. I said, son of a bitch. I went up and then went and got my drug. Because they couldn't deliver me of the drug. They said, oh, the drug is leaving you. Then they hit my stomach. Ajay. Then they said, the tongue is coming. Then hit. No. I'm at the doorstep of 65. But I look like 80 because of the drug, because of the challenges I've been. It takes nerves to live like Paa Joe Odonkor. Yes, and I wouldn't want to go there because I attempted it many times. I go back. Many times I go back. And I had this methadone thing where somebody whose wife was an addict, they came on a holiday. He brought it and he said, I can only give you 10. When the cold turkey comes, you take it. But so when it was getting finished, I was getting scared. I'll go into this drug again. And when you stop, you become very fat. Yes, your head even becomes fat. So eventually, I was able to use willpower to kick the habit. So sometimes I want to go to the ghettos and win souls, but I'm scared because this thing is so powerful. You will go, like I was in Kolebu, my first suicidal attempt, they had put POP on me, they had put metal on my legs, and I woke up, you know, the injection they give you at the theater is petidine and Sosigon. But me, when they gave me, it was this houseman, this training doctors. I was like, but I was not going. People who are even being amputated, when they give them, they go out for 12 hours. But me, because my system was saturated with drug, I wasn't going under. So the lady ran to the professor. Hey, Prof, the patient is not going under. Then he said, oh, this man, he's the grandson of the Presbyterian moderator. He's addicted to everything under the sun. But the petidine has got heroin in. So after the operation, when I recovered, it's like I didn't have the turkey. But the following day, my goodness, because I've not smoked previous day, only the petidine. The turkey was there so much that I went to for somebody's crutches. Odonkor, where are you going? Kolebu was it. I told them, leave me, it's my own leg. Yes, with metal in my leg. I was hopping. Went into the lift. There was drip on me like this. When I went, I had taken blood tonic. Expensive one my father brought, or Hepta. I went and exchanged it for drug. My sister came to visit me. She was mad with the nurses. Why are you allowing him outside? They couldn't change me because the craving for the drug outmatches anything I've ever experienced. Reverend S.S. Odonkor, Samuel Saki Odonkor. He was the first black moderator. I have never been married before. Maybe I've got a lot of children scattered around, which I don't know, because I slept with women, a lot of women. But there was this decent lady who I impregnated. And I told her to abort the baby. She said no. And that night, I was leaving for Italy. And so he said the grandparents wanted to see me. When I went, I told the grandparents I wasn't responsible for the pregnancy. I said things with deep regret. If she's listening, Mary, once again, I'm sorry. Forgive me. She's a good girl. Today, my son is making it. If you see his ears, they are wingy like mine. Tall, long face, but I can't go glory hunting. I didn't look after him. He's doing well. I hear he's in abroad. I don't think when I see him, I'll even recognize him because I've not seen him for close to 10 years. But I don't want to go chasing because I didn't look for him. and I can't go glory hunting because he's made it. But then, I've got children. Last time somebody called me after I've done one of these programs. My mother told me my father this. I said, look here. My father had Concord because I used to travel with Concord and things. I said, you don't have anything to inherit from you. So if that is what you want, me, I don't have anything. Not even one city will you inherit from me. So if your mother told you, maybe your mother has lied to you. I'm not the one. Yes. Yeah. Like my chairman, Samuel Amutobin, I'll give him shout out. There's this guy at EcoBank called TT Nati. He's their corporate loans management, Theophilus Nati. You know, when you are broke, nobody will give you their card. But this guy gives me card. This guy comes and look for me and gives me money. Yes, because since I stopped the addiction, Jimmy Cliff has been in my life, and I want to get rid of Jimmy Cliff, and still he doesn't want to get rid of my. But I'm trying to write a book so that I'll get out of Jimmy Cliff. You know that this thing called Harder They Come. That's a song that Jimmy Cliff made, Harder They Come. Yes, when you get to Harder They Come, you are broke, always cash strapped. But I'm trying to write a book which I believe will be a bestseller. Yes, and then maybe I can pick up and make some good money over there and set up a rehabilitation center, Narcotic Anonymous, because I've been there. There have been drug treatment centers or rehab centers, but they are all or majority are a bunch of criminals. You know, because the drug addicts, they go and commit crime in town, they are looking for them to arrest them, then they go and hide there. Then the rehabilitation center, they use the people to weed. They go and take donations from churches and this, and they give the people very cheap things, you know, cheap food, expired food, and use the things for themselves. I have never been there. I will never be there. They wanted to take me and use me to get donations. I'm smarter than them, so I will never allow them to use me. Because most of the people go to that rehab center, no medicine, no substitute, and they come back on the drug because they go and hide themselves from the police. And when they are there, they hide the drug. Yes. And then they take it, they chase it, you know, they put it on the fuel, chasing the dragon. Yes. Chasing the dragon. Then you hit the rock. Yes. But we need to seriously sit down as a nation so that we educate the youth and put up some rehab center with doctors, counselors. Yes. And then I believe if we inculcate into addicts the fear of God, when you are going to do it, you say, hey, God is watching me if nobody has seen me. So that will even deter you. But if not, in the next 5 years, the way this tramadol is in the system, see these motor riders, they are so high, bam, and things. It's going to get to a time somebody will pick a knife on you for even your watch. It's God who is taking care of me. I don't even have one cedi in the bank. Tobacco is good, he takes care of me, but he can't take care of all your burdens. You understand? You go to him every day, he will become fed up. I have a very loving sister who takes care of me. I go there once a week, but the rest is up to me. Yes. Like when I was coming, I didn't have TNT, so I have to let this man pay for my coming here, traffic, and coming here. The guy started with 50 Ghana. I said, you crazy? 50 Ghana to American house. And then we got 35 Ghana. But then because my phone has a problem like this Uber thing, I hear it's cheaper. Yes. But I don't want to do something like steal, kill, because I've already had some, I won't say innocent blood on my hands. Whatever happened was out of self-defense. But I cannot depend on people. Yes. I'm not talking about that one I went and they beat me. That one I went straight back to drugs. Yes. Because they beat me and then they said they have delivered me from drugs. But no. But I go to church. Even yesterday I went to church. Some of the churches, there's one around our place there with a lot of young people like you. When I went in, their pastor, who now calls himself Dr. Bishop, you know, these charlatans give themselves titles. Who is this old man? You people too, when they say go and win souls, somebody like this, what can he do? Then I made U-turn. Yes. But some people, he's got a youth there, yes, and he runs them, but I will not go to a place like that, because I see that they are just articulating a minor motive against an inarticulate major motive. Yes. I go to church at Pentecost, Dr. Wyatt, Accra, Newtown.